favorites in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Trojans will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now facing a third and long. Unleashes it. Complete in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And how nice is it, David, on third down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice third down conversion.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Good counterplay is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Right on the money. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the shotgun, the inside give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. That's Green. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Trying to bully their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown Longhorn! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to throw, it's Richard. He's going to take off.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Crosses the 40. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Using his legs, it's Green. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
He'll pull it down and run.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Runs on the ground. High ball. Defense has it now on the move.
You run a play that's conservative. You're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. Get inside that 5-yard line, ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. He smashes his way through again. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the ground with the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Trying play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Hand off from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to throw, it's Richard. Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 11 over Illinois. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To the air, it's Richard. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Under fire. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Boards up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Hill. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and this one will be tough, 3rd and long. To the air, it's Richard. Now adjusting. Snagged in the middle, it's Wall. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He throws back to the left side. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he makes the catch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Lets it fly. Got him in the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Now from inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
How about this sophomore, stopping him short of the first down line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Kick is in the air. Makes the catch near the 50. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sweet feet buy a little time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Stepping to the right. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. To throw, it's Richard. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so...
Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He'll try the left side. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And that ball's free behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, USC.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He is way, way short of the line to gain, and they'll have to turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Here comes the Texas offense. Leaves it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback to take a breath and exhale.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He leaves it with his back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorn! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. A first down for the offense. Dropping back, it's Richard. Dances away to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Clark. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He'll set up to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Caught near the sticks. It's Green.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Illinois. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will... Sticks.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
The give to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground. Ripping a
reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes him to the next level? Today is a good day.
Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Richard. Finds his man, it's Clark. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes.
But just ran out of gas, tackled on the 1-yard line. You do all that work, you get all the way down the field. You're trying to get yourself in a social media shout out. Watch the big guy score the touchdown, the defensive score. What you got? Dang it.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fitted in the window for the score.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the move. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And they'll just down it right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you play them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead, and I can continue to run the football, and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
The Longhorns just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Power football with the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long.
Green 25.
From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hill. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. Can't get him to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the big fullback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Texas.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fire to the right, complete. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
Coming into this one, we